Well, hello and welcome to week 3 of W233. This is kind of an interesting week. First of all, you have two really fun discussions that I think are really interesting. I send you to a chapter of a book written by Rush Limbaugh. I know he's a lot of fun to get into, okay? And then I ask you to talk about logical fallacies. And logical fallacies are these kinds of issues you get into where somebody's trying to use logic on you, but the logic is fallacious, right? It doesn't make sense. And sometimes these aren't really easy to recognize or easy to notice. So I've given you some material on that, okay? And the point is that you don't want to be doing these same logical fallacies in your own paper. These things like, well, everybody knows, or it's commonly understood. That's just not correct. Everybody doesn't know something, you know, or everybody knows that global warming is a hoax because you can see that it's snowing outside right at this minute. That's a logical fallacy, okay? And so I want you to learn how to recognize these, and it's a lot of fun to read Rush Limbaugh and take apart all of his logical fallacies. And the whole goal, though, more seriously, is to make sure you don't do it yourself in your own paper. Then the other issue is not all sources are equal, okay? Not all sources are created alike. And there's a lot of junk on the web, a lot of really good-looking junk. I'm not talking about porn, that kind of thing, but I'm talking about websites and stuff that purport to be really authentic, and in fact they're just incredible hoaxes, okay? I mean, you can find all kinds of stuff about crop circles, how aliens came down and created crop circles in England and the Midwest and cornfields and that kind of stuff. And those websites look really authentic, but, you know, I'm sorry, aliens aren't creating crop circles right now, okay? So those discussions are meant to expand your critical thinking. That's the point there. Now, that said, I've added a new discussion called Ask the Librarian, and it's not really a discussion forum between students. It's a way that you can contact the librarian for help with keywords, for your own searching, for your own looking into library databases. And that's sort of the point of asking you to look at the research behind researching your sources, because you're not going to be doing this paper on Google, okay? You're going to be using academic databases, and they're harder to use. So I want you to use the Ask the Librarian feature so that she can get back to you and help walk you through these things. She will not find articles for you, but she'll give you the keywords. She'll help you develop keywords for your topic and help point you to the right database where you insert those keywords to find articles that are relevant to your topic. She'll also help you focus your topic, okay? So please use the Ask the Librarian feature. It's in the blue menu button. You go to Discussions, and it's down near the bottom of the Discussions, okay? That said, you only have these two discussions that are due this week, which means you really need to be working on your journal. This is a very complex journal that's coming up. It's not due to the end of the unit, okay, which is still almost which is 2 weeks off yet. But the journal is complex, it's complicated, and I'm expecting to see a lot of good writing. To do that, you have to do a lot of good reading first, okay? And I should point out that I asked you, and I've already got some questions on this, I've asked you to consider what contact zones you run into your own life and how this will help you find a good topic, and that's why you should be working on this now. Contact zones are discussed in the Stuart Green essay. I'm looking at it right here. And they're discussed in there on pages 152 and 153. And this academic named Mary Pratt discusses what contact zones are and how they're really interesting and really helpful. And bottom line is they're just places in your life that cause friction. And learning occurs at the point of friction. Growth occurs at the point of friction. When your life is real easy and everything, that's fine, that's great, happy for you, but you're not growing much, okay? And if school is just super easy, I guarantee you you're not learning much, okay? So contact zones are points of friction, and those points of friction often create good topics. You have points of friction in your own life, okay? Lots of friction, all right? And if you don't, great, that's congratulations, I'm happy for you, okay? But if you probe a little bit deeper, I'm sure there are places in your life that cause you friction, and they make really good topics for research papers. All right, that said, I think I can wrap this up. You know how to get a hold of me. Okay, please ask me questions, but I urge you very strongly to be working on your journal now. There's a lot to it. It's all written out very, very clearly in writing assignments. Item 5, excuse me, I give you the details for the Unit 1 Learning Journal, item 5.2, and this is all predicated on the fact that you've read the Unit 1 readings already. If you've not read them, you should be reading them. Some aren't entirely easy. They take several times to read them. So hey, please get a hold of me if you have questions.